Hi Andrew, it's Rob. Okay, I'm going to run through this fairly quickly. To install another website or a subdomain or an add-on domain, you go into your cPanel. So I just randomly chosen one of my domains. I've chosen Website Medic. You could put, you see it's already populated here at 283, but you'd put /cPanel and it should take you to your login. You'd put your username and your password. And it should, thank goodness, log me in. Okay, now, interesting, I haven't been into this one since I've had this computer. Okay, so, sorry, just wait for my password saving tools to go. When you're in your cPanel, they all look different. I can go somewhere in here and choose what it looks like. So yours might look different. And I've got no idea. Style. Change style. Sorry, this is wasting time. But yeah, yours is probably in the older style, which is a bit like the HostGator one, if I'm correct. I think it is. This is Paper Lantern. Wow. I'm going to waste 2 minutes. I'm going to pause it. Okay. So retro. Let's have a look what retro was. I love that retro. That's funny. Okay, so I was basic. Okay, I'm pausing it again. Okay, it finally loaded. Nothing fast here. So I'm not even sure which one is, but this is definitely the retro. This is what I was used to for many, many years. And there's a very high chance you've got one that looks like this. Point of the story is they all have the things. So it'll say files, database, what's your files, database. So there's not a problem with that. Now if I can just go back to, there we go. So you see files, staging, Softaculous, whatever it is. Now, if you haven't been inside here to play, I've actually got a video on details on this somewhere. If you need it, I can try and find it. These are your files that you'd have. This is all the extra things you can install. Databases are things that sometimes you get to work with. What is this? SEO and marketing tools, generally stuff you want to avoid. They're going to charge you money for that. Okay, so now on the domains, you can add a subdomain or an add-on domain, or put it into a folder. Okay, so in other words, I can go into here on subdomains. Let's see if I've got any. I should have loaded this on one where I've got lots of subdomains. No subdomains are configured. So I could create this and call this hosting test. Okay, now I create it. So now it'll be called hostingtest.websitemedic.coza, right? And it's created. It doesn't have passwords or anything. Interesting. So yeah, here's the go back. You can go back through here or through the go back button, or of course traditional up here. So that's all cool. Now let me go and show you. So now to install WordPress of any sort, well, nothing fast here. You can go onto site staging, but Softaculous is normally the safest. There's other things you can do in here, Joomla and all sorts of stuff. In truth, keep it simple. Click on WordPress, and when it gets there, sorry about my internet, hopefully I'll have faster internet within a month. It'll be beautiful. Now, Softaculous allows me to sort and install any of these, okay? But in truth, I'm wanting WordPress, so there's install all of these things. I'm going to go to install now. Wait, I'm going to go back. Where's back? Overview. I'll show you something. It shows that I've only got Website Medic installed on this entire cPanel. which for me is amusingly a miracle. So I'd go to install now. I can choose HTTPS or HTTP. I want the S. Now, at the moment, if I installed onto Website Medic, it would kill my website. Well, I can go to hosting test.website. That's the subdomain I created. Okay. Or, so by the way, then I would not make a directory. Okay, I don't really care. I have no idea what that means. Sometimes it's going to bomb me out. And then I would, these can be changed later, by the way. You then do a username and a password. Choose the email address you want to go to. So this is going to want to go to admin@hostingtest. And with a click of a button, you would then have this installed. But before I do that, let me go back and show you. I could have gone back to my normal domain, Website Medic, and asked it to do on hosting test. So what it'll do is it'll now add this onto the back. Let me find you two examples. 1 second. I'm going to keep recording. It's going to keep opening forever. I don't know how long. I was tempted to go and make supper. Not make supper, make coffee. I'm sure it's been 5 minutes. I was waiting for 2 websites to open. I just love this. Anyway, here's what I wanted to show you. So this is video.designsmith.co.za, right? So it's a subdomain on video. But if you look, it's a completely separate website to my Designsmith standalone website. And if you go here, this is designsmith/jewelry. So it looks like it's a page on a website, but in fact it's a standalone website too. So it's WordPress, it's fully functional, and the debate will be, you're going to ask me this sooner or later, are they as strong as a freestanding website? No. But if your main, let's say my main website is Designsmith, it is, it's web design orientated. So all of these things in theory should be web design orientated, and I don't always keep that very organized. Oh, cool, I've got most of these. Anyway, so yeah, that's your difference between which one you choose. For now, because I took the trouble, I very seldom do this, by the way, take the trouble to actually set up a subdomain, I'm going to install it into here. So let's just run back from the beginning, go to Softaculous, you click install, you choose your HTTPS or HTTP, and you make sure you're not going to wipe out your core website, in this case, Website Medic. So I'm going to put it onto the subdomain I created, not into a directory. For now, let's just say, just so as you know what I've changed, site description. Okay, you can enable multi-site. Half the time I don't have a clue what this is. I've got a feeling it's a dangerous thing. And then your username. Wow, I've got so many things open here. I really don't need all of those. The trick is to make sure you save a decent username and number so that you don't have trouble down the line. Sorry, I'm on the other page. And then again, this is 60 out of 100. I always make sure I get at least 100. Whoa, sorry, simple thing to lose. I'm kind of really bad at keeping these organized. Normally, I'd put it straight to myself, so if anybody does anything on the site, it'll email it to me, which is cool. Select your language, it's all cool. I always do limited login attempts. I don't touch any of that. I'll make sure it gets emailed to me and you click install. And if you're going to wipe out your website, I think at this point it'll tell you, watch out, there's files here already. But because they weren't, remember I was installing on the subdomain, you're good to go. So it's normally much faster than this. 26%, 27. Let me pause it again. As soon as I paused it, it popped. So that's the details that you need. Always copy this, even though it's going to send it to me as an email. In fact, it has already. And that's it. If I click this, and I don't need my video that's never, I did open it last, that's fine. I don't need these. Here we go. Here's my new installation. Because I clicked on it from inside of my Softaculous thing, it's probably going to load me straight away. It's gone straight into the dashboard, right? But if you look here, remember I wrote look here, and then I had a description. It's written it in here. But that description that you can change, you'd go into your settings, and I think it's under general or under writing, more like writing maybe. Oh, I need things to go much faster than this. No, there we go. So there's the look here. This is a site description. You can change your goodies in here. One of the very first things. Now we just got into WordPress. So this is ordinary WordPress stuff. One thing I'll always go straight to do is to your profile, and I don't let them know that that's my my password. So I literally go in and I give myself a new username, or I use one that I've used before, obviously Rob, and then I'll change it to anything I like. I use this one quite often, just for fun. You can see it knows about me, and then it'll display my name publicly as. So now, if hackers find me, they're going to try and log in as Rob Anderson, which obviously will give them a headache, and update profile. But yeah, now that's it. If you look here, visit site, there it is. There's a new website loaded on https hostingtest.website.coza, and it looks like that right now. And yeah, in the space of literally 5 minutes, I can clone it over to what, almost 5 minutes, and install it. But now if this were done, I've got a feeling my phone is going to go. I've got a call coming in soon. But yeah, so now that's a different thing as to how to set up WordPress and install and do things. There's settings that I change instantly and immediately. Permalinks, I go to post name and I save that. I immediately remove, you have to wait for it to do it. It's going quite fast at last. I go to all pages and I trash what's in there. And then it'll create a trash folder, which I then go to and clear the trash here. But these are all small things. This is normal working on WordPress as we go. So empty trash, that's cool. And I'd go down to, and then I'd add plugins and themes and do all sorts of things. But that's it. So that's how you'd set up a new WordPress installation. And yeah, hopefully you never ever not save this, so that you've got this for the future. Cool. I'm done. I hope this makes sense and is enough for you to follow. Sorry, I took the long route round. I'm explaining stuff. Maybe I should do another one that's instantly fast. Yeah, take care. Cheers.